Millets are being called the healthiest grain on the planet right now. And quinoa, the global superfood that everyone thinks is the healthiest grain out there. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Both of them can either heal your body or on the other hand, they can harm your thyroid gland, they can cause weight issues plus increase inflammation if not used correctly. Well, in today's video, I'm going to break it down whether millets or quinoa, which is healthier for you to use, and more importantly, what is the right way of using them so they don't harm your body. In fact, they become that superfood that everybody claims they are. Hi, I'm Dr. Anshul Gupta, a former Cleveland Clinic functional medicine physician from US. I help people improve their chronic diseases by making personalized functional medicine plans. All right, let's start with millets. Currently, worldwide, millets are getting really popular as an alternative grain to wheat. The reason being they are gluten-free, they are high in certain vitamins and minerals, they are low in glycemic index, plus they have certain compounds which can help in reducing inflammation. So that is all the reason why millets are healthy for you. But what people don't know is that millets have certain compounds called phytalates, which actually act as goitrogenic compounds. What that means is that they can interfere in iodine absorption from your gut and can be associated with thyroid problems. Well, does that mean that millets are really bad and you should avoid them completely? Well, the answer is no. Because what research shows is that even though they have these goitrogenic compounds, if you prepare these millets in the right way and you consume them in the proper way, then they do not affect your thyroid gland and in fact can be one of those healthy grains that can help support your health. And that's what I'm going to talk about later in the video. But first, let's talk about quinoa also. So again, quinoa as a grain is gluten-free. It is high in protein as well as low in glycemic index. So that's the reason quinoa is often called as a superfood. But here's the problem. Quinoa also has a chemical compound called saponins. These saponins can sometimes irritate the gut and also cause bloating of the gut. Plus, it is also anti-nutrient which can interfere with absorption of all the vitamins and minerals from your food. So well, does that mean that quinoa is bad for you? Not really, because again, research is very helpful over here. It shows a way where we can reduce these saponins in quinoa and make it that real superfood that everybody claims it to be. Now, before I move forward in telling you the right way of consuming them, first let's see if you have to choose between millets and quinoa, which is actually healthier. So let's start with comparing millets and quinoa, specifically if you're trying to lose weight. So millets are high in fiber. They slow down your digestion. That means they keep you full on the longer basis. But millets are not a complete source of protein. So that's one downside to them. On the other hand, quinoa is a complete source of protein. It is low in glycemic index. Plus, it supports your metabolism in a positive way. That means it can help in losing weight more than what millets do. Now let's compare them on the general basis. So millets are high in certain vitamins and minerals. They are high in calcium, magnesium, iron, B vitamins and zinc. Now this is a great nutrient profile because a lot of these minerals you do not get from other foods, specifically calcium. The second benefit of millets is that they are high in fiber and they are low in glycemic index. That means they support a good gut health. Obviously, millets are also gluten-free. So those are the main benefits of millets. On the other hand, the benefits of quinoa are that they are high in protein. Specifically, more importantly, they are complete source of protein, while millets are not complete source of protein. Quinoa has lower glycemic index as compared to millets. So again, they do not cause any insulin spike in your body. And again, quinoa is also gluten-free. So again, I will say over here, there is a tie that both millets and quinoa are good for your body in general because they both have different benefits. Now let's compare them for thyroid health, specifically for people who do not want to get a thyroid disorder or they already have a thyroid disease like hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. In this case, millets do have a goitrogenic compound called phytalates that research shows can interfere with iodine absorption. But only if your diet is low in iodine, then only millet actually harms your thyroid. On the other hand, quinoa doesn't have any goitrogenic compounds, so that's the reason it is completely safe for people who have thyroid disease. So over here, definitely quinoa again has a slight edge if you do have a thyroid disorder. So alright, the biggest question is that which one is really healthier, specifically as both have some downsides. So I will say both of these grains, because they are gluten free, are really good and can be helpful for your body. So the best option is to rotate these grains and use both of them in your life. But more importantly, you need to know exactly how to prepare them. So first of all, you can lower the goitrogenic compounds in millets and you can lower the saponins in quinoa. So let me share with you some tips and also a guide how to use these grains in your life. First of all, for millets, only consume them 2 to 3 times in a week time. Do not use them on the daily basis. Second of all, it is very important to cook these millets in the right way. For this, the research shows two things. One is soaking them for a couple of hours and then thoroughly cooking them by either boiling them or pressure cooking them deactivates the goitrogenic compounds in millets, so thereby they become safe for your thyroid gland. On the other hand, use quinoa 3 to 4 times in a week only. Again, using it more often can be harmful for your gut health. For the other days, you can maybe switch over to brown rice or try to include grains for only one meal a day. And again, when you are cooking quinoa, it is very important to cook in the right way so you reduce those saponins. And the right way again is soaking quinoa for at least 4 to 6 hours. Again, throwing away that water and then pressure cooking the quinoa, because when you pressure cook the quinoa, you break down those saponins so they don't affect your gut on the negative way. So I will say both the grains, millets and quinoa, are really healthy for you, specifically as they are gluten free, but you need to know the right way and the right amount of them to consume them in a weekly basis. Plus, if you do have a thyroid disorder, make sure you are taking a supplement which has the adequate amount of zinc, selenium and also a little bit of iodine. Most people are worried about iodine because they have been told that if they have a thyroid disorder, they should not consume iodine. Well, the research says you need to have some iodine into your diet, not too much, but little bit. That's where I've created this perfect thyroid balance supplement, which has the right amount of iodine, zinc, selenium, L-tyrosine to support your thyroid gland. The link will be in the description if you want to buy it. So in today's video, we compared two super grains, millets and quinoa, and now you know the right way of consuming them. Let me know in the comment section which is your preferred grain that you are using on the daily basis. And after listening to the video, are you planning to switch or make any change of how you are using them? Please like and subscribe to my channel so you keep on getting these kind of health related information in the future also. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.